guys, welcome back. So thank you guys so much for joining me on another makeup tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys how to get the entire full face of glam makeup look that I had on my last video, which was what I got for Christmas. So many of you guys were requesting the makeup tutorial, and I even asked you guys if you wanted to see it because this is one of my favorite looks that I've ever done to date. And I also wanted to record exactly the products that I used on myself, so for future reference I can even come back to my own video and see what I did to get this look. This is one of my favorites, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm going to start off with Painterly Paint Pot from MAC, and this is a neutral base that's going to go all over my eyelid. I'm just going to apply this with my finger. This is great if you do have a lot of veins on your eyelid, because it's gonna even out the skin surface. I'm also gonna take a little bit on the lower lash line. The palette that I'm using today, guys, is this gorgeous matte pro palette from Lorac, and I am going to be using all of the shades above and a little bit of the black. So the first color that I'm taking is Latte. For this first color, I'm using a brush which is from Zoeva. It's a petite crease brush. Tap off the excess, and I'm gonna grab my brush towards the end, and I'm gonna start to work this color onto my crease. Small strokes, and what I want to recommend to you guys is to start off with small amounts and just gradually build up the intensity. But I still like to have control with my shadows, especially if I'm gonna do something that looks really nice and blended. So I like to just take it back and forth, and then you also want to take this color and apply it to the lower lash line, just about the outer half. So that's the first color. The next color that I'm taking is called Corduroy, which is right next to it. It's a little bit of a deeper matte brown, so just take small amounts, tap off the excess, and then this is going to go right onto the crease. Majority of the color is being applied here. And then I'm just gonna not go as free with my hand with this one because I don't want the color to pass the first light brown. So once you apply this color, if you feel like this brush is a little too stiff, I'm gonna switch to a fluffier blending brush. This one is a Sigma tapered blending brush. Very slightly, I like grabbing my brushes at the end because it just allows me to blend the colors more smoothly without a lot of pressure. And you don't need a lot of pressure when you're blending colors. I think that's what makes them look the most flawless. And I'm just gonna go over it like this. The next color that I'm using is called Chocolate, and this is a little bit of a deeper brown, so I'm just increasing the intensity. And then the last one is called Jet Black. That is the last color that we're gonna be using on this look, just FYI. I'm gonna place this color right onto the socket, and I like to pat it first because that makes it deeper and more intense. And Chocolate is also going to go right onto the lower lash line, guys. And then I'm going to blend. I'm going to switch to my Sigma tapered blending brush to go over everything. Alright, so there you go, guys. And the last color is Jet Black, and that I'm going to apply with a little pencil brush like this one. This is a pencil from Zoeva. You gotta make sure you tap off the excess with this black one because it is pretty intense. And again, I'm just gonna go in here and deepen up the outer corner, and I'm going to be very, very careful with this color because black can be really intense, and you don't want to get this all over your eye or mess anything up, because once you go black, you cannot go back. I'm also going to take a small amount and just go over the lash line. And now you want to go back in with your clean blending brush and just slightly do small circular motion right on top of that black. You don't want to go too crazy or wild with this color because I don't want it to, I want it to stay here. I just want to smoke it out. So just go over the top layer. You know, just like that. I'm barely gracing the brush onto my eyelid. And then the same with the lower lash line. So the last color, guys, comes from another palette, and this is gonna be that gorgeous shimmer that we're gonna pop on. It's gonna look so gorgeous and beautiful. This color is called Pink Champagne, and it's from a Anastasia palette. And I'm using a flat shader brush like this one to pack on the color. So I'm gonna rub my brush like this, both sides, because I really wanna pick up this gorgeous, beautiful pink champagne color. And then this color is gonna be patted and packed on to the inner half of your eyelid. And I like to start right at the lash line because this is where I want the most color, right around here. And then whatever's left, I like to just blend it up. So make sure it's nice and intense. And then what I like to do is take the tip of my brush like this and then dip it into the same pink champagne color, and I am just gonna take the tip like that. Taking my Zoeva Luxe Soft Blend Crease Brush, and this is just gonna go right over here, a nice clean one to blend out the edge of the shadow, so it's kind of like just dispersing on your inner corner like this. There you go, and that's the eye makeup. Nice and easy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back in with my Lorac palette, and I'm gonna take this highlighting color here, which is called Bear. Is just a matte vanilla shade, and then you have something that's white down here, but I think this one looks gorgeous. So I'm taking this medium sweeper brush from Sigma and tap off the excess once again, and this is gonna go right, and this is gonna go right beneath the highest part of the brow. So the next thing that I'm doing is taking my Sigma Wicked Cream Liner, and I'm gonna give myself a gorgeous wing, and I'm using a bent eyeliner brush like this one from Pure Minerals. And then I'm taking my MAC Smolder black liner, and I'm gonna do my waterline. And back with my Zoeva pencil brush, I'm just gonna go in here and smoke out that liner a little bit so it's softer. All right, so now I'm gonna curl my lashes because I'm gonna put on some falsies. So now the lashes that I'm using for today's makeup tutorial are these Demi Wispies from Salon Perfect, and I think these are just perfect for this makeup look because they're not over the top, but they still give you a nice little flare. So I'm just gonna let this dry, but I am pretty much done with the eye makeup. Oh, actually I forgot one step. The last thing that I'm going to do for the eyes is add my roller lash from Benefit, and I'm just going to give my lower lashes one coat of mascara. Alright, I really love this look, guys, and I want to show you guys how to do the face now. So the first thing that I'm doing is taking this new face primer from Bobbi Brown. This is a face base. It's filled with vitamins, and it just stuff is amazing. So it's really nice and thick, and I actually saw this on, where did I see this? On QVC, and I was about to purchase it, and for some reason I didn't, and then I went to Sephora and I had to pick it up. So I like to use this on my nose, and then this area here usually always gets so much like you can really see my pores, especially if you use highlighter. Highlighter is going to accentuate your pores, so you have to use something that's gonna fill them up. A face primer works amazing, but I love this one because it doesn't really feel like a face primer. It feels like a moisturizer, and you just want to put this all over your face. But I'm just going to put it on my nose and then just blend it out. So the next thing is foundation, and you guys know I'm obsessed with this Becca full coverage foundation, and I have a full review if you guys want to check it out. The color that I am is olive. I think I'm olive still. So I'm going to use this tiny little brush that I picked up from Ulta. This is from It Cosmetics, and the brush is called Airbrush Blurring Foundation Brush. And I love that it's super tiny because it just kind of fits in my hand. So I'm going to put some of this onto the back of my hand. So I'm going to start off by just blending this onto my face. If you're using a full coverage foundation, I highly recommend that you blend it down onto your neck, because when it's full coverage, it means it's gonna be, your face is gonna be flawless. So you don't want your face, and it's gonna be really obvious if your neck is not flawless and your face is. So at least blend it up to here, like right here, you know, like right underneath your face. You guys are so sweet. You guys always tell me that I don't need foundation, which is super awesome. So thank you. But I like to use foundation because my skin surface is uneven as far as the color. I have redness and I don't know, it's not even. Foundation makes it look flawless. Literally like just even. It covers up the redness, any tiny little blemishes or whatnot. So I love using it. Last little piece that I need is my forehead. This little brush is seriously amazing. Sorry, guys, I like to use the word amazing because this stuff is that word. Okay. I'm gonna blend this out a little bit better, but I have to get a charger for my computer because it's about to die on me. So one sec. Now that I have my foundation on, I'm going to take some lip balm and hydrate, moisturize my lips while I do this for you guys. This is, oh, it tastes so good. It's from the Body Shop. It's called Born Lippy, and it's like so good. I'm looking at the computer, but it's so good. So now what I'm gonna do is move on to my concealer. This one I discovered a while ago and I just repurchased it. It's from Maybelline. It's the Age Rewind. What is this? I don't like to use concealer necessarily to cover up anything. It's mostly, always actually, to highlight my face. And I feel like if I'm gonna go all out with my makeup, I have to go all out. So that means extreme highlighting, but still in a very wearable way. So this is maybe like 3 shades lighter than my actual skin color, and this stuff is so good. So you just twist it up from the top, and then you start by placing this right here. I'm not going to do it all the way up close to my lash line, and I'm going to move it up because once you blend it, your face is going to have a facelift. Isn't that amazing what makeup can do? Yeah. So it's really creamy. I love the sponge tip applicator, and just give yourself a nice little highlight like this. And then I like to do my chin and a little bit, like that much, on my forehead. And if you want, you can go down the bridge of your nose. And I like using this Real Techniques sponge. It's I also love the Beauty Blender, but this one is the one that I've been using, so you can tell like it's kind of like really beat up. So I'm gonna start by dabbing this, and that's all you want to do, is you just want to dab this because you're just trying to blend it. So dab, 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 dab. I'm not gonna dab near my shadow because if I do, the sponge is just gonna start pushing the concealer up, and I don't want my beautiful shadow to be messed with, because then you have to reapply it and it's not gonna be the same. I'm blending all of it except this. I guess that's not all of it. I'm blending most of it. My chin, my nose. The nose is where I go up and down. like that. My face looks really white. I have to do something about this lighting. Sorry. Alright, so now I'm using my Sigma High Cheekbone highlighter brush, and I did use this for highlights. So I have this really awesome tool that I discovered on Instagram, and then I went and bought it on Amazon. So this is called Color Switch, okay? And it's this like sponge that has texture on it, and it comes with another small little sponge in the center, which you can put brush cleanser or something like that, or makeup remover. Not makeup remover, but that's what it says. But I would use a brush cleanser. Anyways, so I don't even use this, honestly. I tried, but it doesn't really make a difference. But what I like about it is that you can pretty much use any brush, once again, without brushing it or spot cleaning it. And all you do is rub your brush like this on this. So for example, if you use a black shadow with the same brush, you go in here, you go like this, and you can go back in now with a white shadow without any traces of the black. Like, it's pretty cool. So I have been using this a lot. You can switch it back and forth. You wash this with soap and water, leave it out to dry, and it's boom, done, your brushes. So anyway, so I use this for highlighter, but now I'm actually just gonna use this now that I cleaned it, and I'm just gonna go over the edges of the concealer, because this kind of brush is gonna blend out the concealer, but it's also going to blend out a little bit of the shadow, so now you can't even tell that I had concealer on. Now, what I like to do, guys, is use my Laura Mercier translucent powder, which is honestly the best setting powder ever. And I am just going to, I would normally use a little sponge. I guess I can use it. I'll take a little wedge like this, and I am just gonna lightly dust this a little bit. I'm not gonna do like any extreme baking or anything like that, because if you put on way too much powder, you're gonna see wrinkles even if you don't have wrinkles. So if you smile, these little creases that naturally happen, they're gonna look so obvious. So don't over bake or over powder this situation. If you're trying to set the concealer, either do it very gently or don't do it at all, because it's gonna look crazy, just from personal experience. So I'm just gonna add a little bit here. Honestly, I'm not even gonna press this onto my face. I'm just gonna lay it at the top, because if I press it, it's gonna look crazy. Anyways, it's not done though. So I'm gonna leave that on for a little bit, and now I'm gonna move on to the contour, a little bit of blush and highlight. I discovered this at Walmart the other day, and I'm obsessed with it. So this is from Maybelline. It's the Master Contour Face Contouring Kit. And honestly, guys, what I love about this little palette is the highlight the most. It's such a beautiful highlight. I actually compare it to my Bobbi Brown bronzer highlight. Let me open it up for you guys, because this is the one that I'm obsessed with from Bobbi Brown, and it's called Bronze Glow. It's gorgeous. I almost feel like this one and this one are very similar. Can you guys see that? That stuff is pretty close to it. So I'm gonna use this one from Maybelline because I'm obsessed with it. So it also comes with this tiny little brush, which is slanted, and the brush itself is very useful. Normally when we have palettes like this that come with extra brushes, I never use them because they're just like, you probably already have like better brushes to do your makeup with, but this one is pretty cool for the nose contouring. Okay, so I'm just gonna dab a little bit, step one, which is the bronze contour color, and I am just gonna drag this down the side of my nose. The closer you get these two colors together, the more slender and more narrow your nose is gonna look. All right, so I'm just gonna make sure that this line is completely blended. For the bronzer itself, I have this really cool brush that I have from Lancome. It's brush number 7, and it is a precision cheek brush. Normally for contour, I would not recommend using something like this because it's so wide and it can cover up a lot of space, and normally we like to use something that's angled so you can chisel out cheekbones. But this brush is so good for contour as well, because all you gotta do is use the outer corner and it blends it out beautifully, and this top section is gonna blend everything together from the top and the bottom. So this is like, you chisel and then you blend. you know? So I'm gonna take the cheek color, and once you pick up some color, you wanna tap it off so you don't have any excess powder, and grab your brush towards the end and very gently just start going like this, right there. I'm telling you, the less product that you use and the lighter your hand application is, the more natural and beautiful and blended it's gonna look. So you don't have like just harsh or just obvious lines of blush or bronzer on your face. You just want to be gentle. That's what I've discovered with makeup. It's all about the blending, and it's also about building up the color, not just adding so much because you're rushing out the door. And just you know, just letting the brush glide onto your face. Just let it glide like that. And look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? And it's so well blended. This Lancome brush number 7 is the bomb. I'm gonna have to do a monthly favorites because I have a lot of monthly favorites for you guys. But anyways, I'm gonna continue on to the side. Blend, 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 blend. All right. And now I'm gonna switch brushes for this part here. And I'm using this dual-ended brush from Tarte, tapered side, which is perfect for either highlight or contour around your hairline. Now I'm gonna pick up the same contour color, tap it off, and then just honestly, like, the best place for me to place this is right where my hair is. I don't want to go here because my forehead is not that big, so I'm just gonna contour around the hair. And it's so easy for me to do this because I just put it on top of my hair. My baby hairs that I really have grown to love. I used to hate my baby hairs, but God makes you a certain way. And every time I say that God makes me a certain way, people always bring up the plastic surgery. But if you have something to say about that, you can check out my video on why I said that I regret plastic surgery. And then you can judge if you want. So that is the beautiful bronzer, and now I'm going to do the gorgeous highlight that it comes with, and I'm going to go in with my Sigma Taper or High Cheek Bone highlight. So this, guys, I'm going to mix in a little bit of this blush and this highlight together so I can add some color to the apples of my cheeks and also bring in some highlight at the same place. So I like to, honestly, I have really been loving to use the highlight right here on the apples of my cheeks because it gives me such a beautiful glow right in front of my face. Blush and highlight, tap off excess and place here. And then I'm just gonna pick up the highlight by itself and then start by placing this right onto the cheekbone. And I like to do circular motions on this because also, I don't know if this ever happened to you, but you can look in your mirror and it looks really flawless, and then you go outside in the light and you have a line where the highlight stops, so it doesn't look natural. So if you go in circular motions like this, guys, you're blending out the colors. You really want everything to be blended out. And you can see already how beautifully the face is glowing just with this gorgeous highlight placed on the apples of your cheeks. A few final steps, guys, are the lips, and I want to give you guys 2 different lip options because I also feel like this is such a gorgeous wedding look, and I wanted to give you guys a more a softer approach on the lip if you are going to wear this makeup look on your wedding day. So this is this awesome palette. Can you guys see this? Awesome palette that I got from Tarte. These are their new lip paints, and they come with a lip liner and the actual lip color in a matte finish, and a very beautiful matte finish. So I am going to take the first lip option, which is Boho. This is the lip liner. And then the lip color to go with it, guys, is the same. The color is called Namaste. Namaste from Tarte. And this is going to go right inside. And this is too beautiful. Oh my gosh, I really love this lip color way more than the other one that I had on. I think the other one was a little too pink. So I'm going to post a picture of the pink lip so you guys can see it, so I don't have to take this off because this is gorgeous. But I'll give you guys a look. And then I'm going to take my matte finish setting spray. This one is from NYX. I'm just going to shake it up, and I'm going to set my makeup so it's nice and locked in place. All right, my loves, so the last thing that I want to show you guys is my highlight for the body and face as well, but this is going to be for the body today. So this one is from Clinique, Uplighting Liquid Illuminator. Gorgeous. Okay, so whenever I use like strappy clothing or anything that shows my body, I like to make this area of my body just shine and be glowy and everything, especially like the cheekbones and your shoulders. You just want to have your skin look healthy and everything. So shimmer and highlight always makes your body look extra healthy. So what I'm gonna do is actually, I like to just shake this up and put some onto my shoulders like that. And then the brush that I'm gonna use, where's my brush? Ooh, where's my brush? Okay, and the brush that I'm using to highlight is this one from Tarte. It has a fan, like a thicker fan brush, which is perfect for bronzer and highlight. So I am just going to blend this onto my shoulder, and you can already see, guys, the beautiful shimmer that it gives you. You can use a liquid one, or you can use a shimmer, an actual shimmer on here, but I like to use a liquid one today because you want to be careful you don't get this on your clothes. So probably do this without, sorry. So you probably want to do this without your clothing or your nice jewelry. You can start to see these bones pop out. That's what you want to highlight. Okay, so let me highlight this side. I can't even do I'm not a lefty, so I can't do that. But look, doesn't that look gorgeous? You're like shimmery now. So that's one of my tips also, if you guys want to just have glowing, beautiful skin and just to go with the whole makeup look, make your skin glow and it just looks a lot healthier. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's look, and make sure to check out my blog, dulcecandy.com, and I'll have a lot more pictures of this makeup look along with the list of all of the products that I used and any more information that I think is going to be helpful for you guys for today's video. So thanks for watching. I love you guys. Have a blessed and beautiful week, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.